Hello, everyone. Yes, it's me. I'm suffering from a really pulled muscle or something in my back right over here. I have to be very careful how I move. It's bearable. It's only when I move. If I sit just perfectly quiet, it doesn't hurt at all. Only when I start moving. Ugh, it's going to take a while for that to get better, I have no doubt. Yes. And I gotta go to a birthday party today. It's okay. I'll be able to handle it just fine, like I always do. It's amazing to me. I don't even know what I did. I must have done something. And as I said, over the last couple of days, the pain didn't get better. It got worse. Probably because I didn't rest. I did go and check it out. I'm supposed to ice it and rest and I guess let it pass. Well, I can't really do that. So, anyway, just talking about it, I feel like it's tensing up even more. It's amazing to me on how, considering, I got to go back a little bit, on how my life has been going so well for so many years, all the way up to about 54 years old. And then after that, that was about 7 or 8 years ago now. And after that, it was like, what? What's going on now? Well, wait a minute. My body just started to give out. Like it had nothing left to give when it came to what I wanted to do. I was about, ugh, it just hurts so bad when I move. And I'm moving right now. Um I was about, ugh, what was I? I want to say 17, but that's when I had that frontal lobe infection. I think it was about 14. I started was working already. Okay, it was between. It was in my later teens, and my hands hurt so bad. I mean, it was like, what is going on? And it was just one morning I woke up. I didn't have any problems before that, except for my migraines, just snap. But and it was so hard. My hands hurt so bad, and I didn't know what is that. That is so bad. That hurts so bad, and it went on for a few days, and they still hurt, and I could hardly do anything with them. And I was working, guys. I wasn't going to school or anything, where okay, and then go home and have mom take care of everything. I was working. I had to go to work, and anyway, I ended up going to the doctor, and he checked me out, asked me some questions, and looked at me like with this just sad look, like this pitying look, and said, "You have something we call youth arthritis." And he said, it's very sad. There's not really anything that can be done about it. And at the time when I was diagnosed, and you're going to be living with this for the rest of your life. It's going to get worse. It's going to get to all of your joints, this and that. And the life expectancy of people, sadly, with that is not that long. I'm going, what? It's just arthritis. It's not like my heart stops beating or something. I didn't quite get what he was talking about. I went on with my life. The pain suddenly just went away. I didn't get any medication for it, whatever. I was just got the diagnosis. That was that. No, I didn't go to any other doctor to get it diagnosed. This was a very good doctor. I trusted very much. He fixed a finger of mine that okay, I don't mean to do that. Um, that got broken in three different places, got cut in the door, and he fixed it. And there he said, well, I tell you what, after the cast came off and I could actually move my finger just fine, he said, well, that's a early Christmas present there for you. He said, I did not think that you'd be able to use that finger again. Ah, there you go, right? Yes, so he did a good job, didn't he? So I trusted him, but I went on with my life, and I've always been a hard worker, and did a lot of physical things, physical stuff, this and that. Never had a problem. I had every once in a while I would feel pain here and there that would last for a few days. Found out, oh, this is just another knot forming, arthritis, this and that, and then that was that. So I was doing really well. No medication. Found the poke berries, which were great. They seemed to really help. But I guess, regardless, things kind of keep progressing. And one day I went to the barn. I was feeling perfectly fine. Went up to the on the ladder to go up into the loft where the hay was, and my leg just fell away. Excruciating pain. I hardly made it back down the ladder, and I just sat there on the chair, just going, "Oh my God!" I almost passed out from the pain. I was crying, not crying really. Just the tears just came without me doing anything. I was in so much pain. I sat there for a while, and then it got a little better, and I tried to walk, and it was excruciating. And that's when it all started. It just all started. I thought it was my hernia that I had repaired, a gazillion years ago, that never had caused me any problems anymore. The searing pain, the searing pain finally left, but then I had this other pain in my groin that was just it was just so uncomfortable, and just you couldn't sleep, this or that. Anyway, and I thought, oh, okay, well, got it checked out. It wasn't my hernia, and I thought, oh well, then I'll just take it easy, don't lift much. Did have help, and it moved to the other leg. Didn't have the exact same experience as I did with the one, but it moved over to the other leg. Suddenly I thought, oh, maybe it's my hips. And anyway, it just went on from there. I mean, it got to the point if I just stepped in a little bit of a indention with one or the other foot, again, I would be just about rendered immobile. It was so weird. It was just so weird. And then I felt better. Every day it got a little bit better. Thank God I had all the help that I did at the farm at the time. Oh, I still went out and I took care of the horses and took mucked out stalls and I don't know what. Just much, much slower, and didn't do it all the time. Could hardly go take my walks anymore in the woods, which was devastating for me. So I just started getting busy with other things that I could still do. I went for a walk to the mailbox. I was doing okay. The one thing that I had all my life is that my hip will come out, one in particular, and my one of my knees also would come out every so often. Oh, it's painful. But I kind of learned very early on how to fix that again by myself. Didn't need any, right? Just painful, but so I had to be very careful how I got in a car, this and that. I found out due to another injury that I had in my back that I got some physical therapy for. Also, no surgery possible, this and that. The guy said, you have such loose ligaments around your hips that's going to create some problems for you. Maybe that's why I had all of my children in such a short time and very easy births. Yes, maybe so. Anyway, so my feeling is that kind of contributed to my hip going out, my knee going out, maybe, who knows. Anyway, I walked to the mailbox. I was doing okay with my legs were always in pain after that, but I was doing okay. I was walking pretty normal, this, that. Went to the mailbox, walked back, and felt a twinge in my knee. I didn't hit my knee. I didn't fall down or anything. The twinge started. It got worse and worse and worse until it got to the point I could not put weight on my knee. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is next? Yes. I mean, it was just, going from one thing to the next. And I thought, I'm getting completely immobilized here. What is going on? I crawled or butt scooted to the bathroom. For a while there, I could not do anything. And thank God I had good people at the farm helping me out. There was no way go to the barn and take care of the animals. I could hardly do anything for quite a while. And every day, though, I could almost feel every day, 1% it would get better again. By the time that one knee was pretty much okay, or 75% okay, the other one started doing the same thing. It was just like a one thing after another. I'm okay now. I definitely have a problem walking. I can't walk very far, this and that. And why did I bring that up? Oh, my neck. Now it's gone. And the thing is, just a few days ago, I was like, well, luckily my upper body is still doing really good. Yes, yeah. And again, I didn't lift anything heavy. I cannot think of what I did for this to suddenly just come on. But anyway, it is what it is. Actually, now I've talked about it. I feel a little bit better. When I started this, I could hardly move my head, this, and that. Yes, maybe Spirit World saying, we need to take care of her. She's really suffering right now. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. But regardless of that, I'm not on any kind of medication. Haven't had any ibuprofen in a long, long time now, a couple of months maybe, because it comes right out of my skin, and then I suffer with my skin. I just can't do that kind of stuff. I drink my tea, seems to be working, and my people here make sure I get the rest that I need. Yes. Anyway, so why did I start this? Oh, because of my neck and how otherwise. So you got a little bit of a history, my rundown of my history, yes. On why. Oh, I wonder. I'm only 61, yes. I have a strong heart. I've been told by a doctor that I had the heart of a horse. That must be pretty strong, I guess. And but the rest of my body just doesn't want to do. It's just broken down. It's broken down, and it makes me suffer a bit, yes. But I offer it all up for the children out there that are suffering way more than I ever could. Yes? Yeah. All right. So let's get going here. My story. My body story. Oh, dear Lord. Still am doing stuff though. Finished my picture. Yes, no, it's over there already, hanging on the wall. My daughter says immediately, "I want that." And then I made a little Valentine's vase that I saw a really wonderful lady. I just love her. She's so kind and sweet, and she does these crafts, and sounds like she's got some problems with her body as well. So I feel a little connected to her. Yeah, like kindred spirits. But she does all these crafts, and she just took a jar and put first something else around it, and then sticks, so that the sticks just sticks from out of the yard stick better. And then I added some butterflies and some little beads that look like little mushrooms, just one actually. And then the little one and I made a little Valentine's tree with hearts on it, and stuck those in, and some little chocolate roses, and it looks really cute. So I like to do that. Now I'm working on another frame over here to do something. We'll see what happens with that. So I keep busy. Yes, take care of, do a lot of the cooking over there, a little bit of cleaning, and love my time with my grandchildren. Done. Yes. Okay. And I miss the farm too. I hope that when I go back, I can actually still do something. I do got me a wheelchair, so that's cool. I talked about that yesterday. All right. Talk for 13 minutes. Let's get going. Jeremiah. We're in the book of Jeremiah 12. The prosperity of the wicked. Your uprightness is too great, Yahweh, for me to dispute with you, but I should like to discuss some points of justice with you. Why is it that the way of the wicked prospers? Why do all treacherous people thrive? You plant them, they take root, they flourish, yes, and bear fruit. You are on their lips, yet far from their heart. You know me, Yahweh, you see me, you probe my heart, which is close to yours. Drag them off like sheep for the slaughterhouse. Reserve them for the day of butchery. Well, first of all, I don't ever tell God what to do, and here's the thing. He won't tell us what to do either. Oh, look, yeah, little gray hair that has something to say. How long will the land be in mourning and the grass wither all over the countryside? The animals and birds are dying as a result of the wickedness of the inhabitants. Okay, what are they doing at that time? For they say, God does not see your fate. If you find it exhausting to race against me on foot, how will you compete against horses? In a country at peace you feel secure, but how will you fare in the thickets of the Jordan? For even your brothers and your own family will betray you. They will pursue you in full cry, but no faith in them Put no faith in them when they speak you fair. Okay, I'm not quite getting this, but Yahweh laments his ravaged inheritance. I have abandoned my house, left my heritage. I have delivered what I dearly loved into the clutches of its enemies. To me, my heritage has behaved like a lion in the forest. It roared at me ferociously, so I now hate it. I see my heritage as a brightly colored bird of prey, attacked by birds of prey on every side. Go assemble all the wild animals, make them come and dine. Many shepherds have laid my vineyards to waste, have trampled over my plot of land, the plot of land which was my joy, reducing my favorite estates to a deserted wilderness. They have made it a waste, wasted it, mourns before me. The whole country has been devastated, and no one takes it to heart. The devastators have arrived on all the bare heights of the desert, for Yahweh wields a devouring sword. From one end of the country to the other there is no peace for any living thing. Wheat they have sown, thorns they reap, they have worn themselves out to no profit. They are disappointed in their harvest because of Yahweh's burning anger. Okay. I went and looked up about Jeremiah, and Jeremiah also wrote a lot of the book of Kings. Oh, that's interesting. So it says, Jeremiah is revered by the Israelites because, and even today, because of he was there when they went through all the persecution and being enslaved and let go again and enslaved again. Okay, just well, wasn't everybody else there too? It wasn't just Jeremiah, so he wrote it down. Well, he was the only one who wrote this down. I'd like to see some other people who... I'm sure there was more than one scribe there, besides Jeremiah, right? Yes? I don't quite see why this is here in the Bible like this. It all sounds just like Jeremiah was just unhappy. He was unhappy with how the people were behaving and on how God was kind of abandoned at the time, and that was the cause of all their distress. I don't know. When I look at my own life, and so I told you a little bit what I went through physically. That's just a little part of it. I have to say I've never blamed anyone for it, or God, or this or that, or say, oh, I must have done something. Oh, I must be possessed by something, or whatever. I've never thought of it that way. Never. Why would I do that? That's such a lame excuse to just push the responsibilities we have for ourselves and our actions and our behavior from us. Instead of just saying, well, I used the way I look at it, well, okay, something early on in my life went wrong in my body. Well, so be it. That didn't stop me for the longest time. Then it got worse. So what? Now I'm going to do what? Well, I have to acknowledge that I really did use my body a lot for a lot of things. I never had a desk job. Oh, I did one time. I lied. Okay, I don't know if you can call it a desk job. I still had to run around a lot and do stuff. So, okay, it's not really a desk job either. But always physically had very demanding jobs and home life. Yes, but I chose that. So, well, if my body can't handle it now, wasn't able to handle it until a few years ago, well, so be it. Now I'm going to have to just change lanes, right? Am I going to say what? Oh, I must have done something. Oh, I need to pray more so things get better. That's not how it works. It's never worked for me like that. Talked about sincerity yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday. Sincerity, integrity. Yes? Being honest and truthful. It's not such a hard thing to do, to be that way. And I believe that the blessings come with the foundations that we lay as well. And then, of course, spirit world, yes, and our heavenly parent can work with us. That's what it is. That's how I see it. So, Jeremiah is not happy, and yes, and it comes out in all different kinds of ways. But is this God's way? Is God really in any of this? I don't think so. Anyway, so we have just a little more to go, which is good. The neighboring peoples, their judgment and salvation. Yahweh says this: as regards all my evil neighbors who have laid hands on the heritage I granted my people Israel, look, I shall uproot them from their soil, though I shall uproot the house of Judah from among them. But having uprooted them, I shall take pity on them again, and bring them back, each to its own heritage, each to its own country. And if they carefully learn my people's ways, and swear by my name, as Yahweh lives, as they have taught my people to swear by Baal, then they will be reestablished among my people. But if any nation refuses to listen, I shall uproot it forever and destroy it, Yahweh declares. And yet, so that's how it ends. And yet, it starts out, your uprightness is too great, Yahweh, says Jeremiah, for me to dispute with you, but I should like to discuss some points of justice with you. Why is it that the way of the wicked prospers? Yet then he tells here, it is Jeremiah, not God, who tells to people, oh, God's going to take care of all these wicked people. Yet he's asking God, why do they prosper? Again, a bit of confusion going on. How are people going to learn from that? I don't know. I have no idea. But it is what it is. Okay, so that was 12. Done with that. I find it again interesting on how the people need security, on how they need to strengthen their security in their self-confidence, by listening to others who may or may not have, right, them all figured out. Others having you figured out, yet you haven't figured yourself out. That's really weird to me. And I just listened to, if you have all these 5 signs, yeah, okay, all right. Some of you may have listened to any of those too. They're kind of funny to listen to. They are to me. Then I go into the comments and it gets even more funny, okay? Then you are only one of, you are one of the 2% only of people who have all this. And it came up with the same stuff again. Oh, you're different because, okay. And I listened to all of that, and first of all, the title immediately, right? I'm going, oh, you're going to put me into the box of that 2%. Or anyone that wants to listen to you, you're going to put them into that box of the 2%. I listened to it and I had to say, very unbalanced. People are very unbalanced out there. And I tell you again, the reason out there is, if you have no faith in your life, in our heavenly parent and spirit world, yes, and the 10 commandments, your life most likely will be unbalanced. It will go from in either one extreme or the other extreme. I like to be alone. And I rarely feel lonely. Does it happen? Sometimes. I was like, oh, it'd be nice then. But most of the time, 99% of the time, I like to be alone when I'm alone. Very much so. That doesn't mean I'm asocial. I like being around people as well. And I don't mind small talk every once in a while. I think it's kind of interesting just to see, okay, let's start with small talk and see where we end up. Yes? Very interesting to me. I'm not a big fan of big crowds, okay? Like, as I said, going to fireworks or to a concert, that's not my thing. It just isn't. It's too loud for me. Uh, it's not interesting to me to just stand there and listen to music or whatever. It's just not, okay? Though I have to say, the Tina Turner concert was really great. Though I ended up taking care of one of my friends that was in my teens, who, yeah, I'm not even going to go there, and ended up missing most of the concert. So I wasn't there to listen to the music then either. I was there to take care of this dude who didn't know any better. Anyway, so, and then this other stuff as well, where one point was that people are often more in their own world rather than in reality. I love my own world very much, and I have created it in my own way, I guess. That doesn't mean that I'm not balanced with reality, and that, I think, is a problem for people. When you forget, when reality, true reality, kind of becomes a side a side effect, right? Yes. Yet in this 2% thing, that was one thing that was, yeah, then you belong to, well, you belong to that yourself then. Because then at the other point that the guy made, where you, as these 2%, you're very intuitive, and you think farther, and you question things, and you're not just looking for the one answer that everybody else accepts, but blah blah blah, blah, right? Then that's not true anymore. Yes, it's too unbalanced if you're just living in your own made up reality. Then the point that he had just made beforehand, which was another one of those 5 signs, is faulty. One or the other doesn't, they don't mix. They do not mix. I wanted to go in so bad and say, this is a bunch of BS. Why would anyone listen to this and not question the validity of that? And here you are, all you people in the comments, you just let yourself be put in a box. Which this dude said, oh, you're not. You do not conform to a box. Why is it that people don't realize when they're being manipulated? Huh? Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. I'm almost out of time. May Heavenly Parent bless, protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. Yes. And I will talk to you all at another time.